Welcome back to Global Wheel Hub. Today, we're diving deep into a motorcycle that has earned a legendary reputation among adventure riders and off-road enthusiasts alike, the 2026 Honda XR650L. For over 3 decades, this dual-sport beast has been one of the most trusted and versatile machines in Honda's lineup. Rugged, reliable, and built to go anywhere, the XR650L continues to embody the pure spirit of exploration. But with 2026 bringing some key updates, it's time to find out if this classic enduro still holds its ground in the modern era. Let's get started. The first thing that makes the 2026 Honda XR650L stand out is that it remains true to its roots. At a time when most adventure bikes are getting heavier, more complex, and loaded with electronics, the XR650L stays refreshingly simple. Honda has made some subtle but meaningful updates for 2026. Refinements to the suspension, a slight tweak in fuel mapping for smoother throttle response, and a few modern touches to improve rider comfort and efficiency. Under the hood, or rather, under the tank, you still get the legendary 644cc air-cooled single-cylinder 4-stroke engine. It's a motor that's been tested on every continent, in deserts, forests, and city streets, producing around 40 horsepower and about 47 Newton-meters of torque. It's not the most powerful engine in its class, but it delivers smooth, predictable performance with bulletproof reliability. The 2026 model benefits from improved piston coating and minor internal refinements, making it run a bit cooler and smoother during extended rides. This bike isn't about outright speed, it's about endurance. The XR650L thrives in tough environments where high-tech machines might struggle. The air-cooled setup means there are no radiators or complex cooling systems to worry about. You can drop it, bash it, and pick it back up again, it'll keep going. For riders who like to explore remote areas where service stations are few and far between, that simplicity is priceless. The 5-speed gearbox remains unchanged, and that's not a bad thing. The gear ratios are perfectly balanced between highway cruising and off-road climbing. You can comfortably hit speeds of 120 km per hour on the highway and still have plenty of torque for technical trails. The clutch action is light, the shifts are smooth, and the overall feel is classic Honda, predictable, sturdy, and confidence-inspiring. Fuel economy has always been one of the XR650L's strengths, and for 2026, Honda claims a modest improvement thanks to updated fuel mapping. Riders can expect around 22 km per litre under mixed riding conditions. With its 10.4-litre fuel tank, that translates to a practical range of about 200 km, making it ideal for weekend adventures or daily commuting without frequent refueling. Now, let's talk about suspension. One of the XR650L's biggest advantages. Up front, you have a 43mm Showa cartridge fork with 11.6 inches of travel, and at the rear, a ProLink single shock with 11 inches of travel. For 2026, Honda has fine-tuned the damping to improve small bump compliance and overall comfort. Whether you're blasting through whoops in the desert or crawling over rocky trails, the suspension just soaks it all up. The 21-inch front wheel and 18-inch rear wheel setup, paired with Dunlop dual sport tires, provide excellent traction and stability. Off-road, the XR feels planted and predictable. On pavement, it's surprisingly stable for such a tall machine. Speaking of height, the seat remains a tall 37 inches, which may intimidate shorter riders, but it's part of what gives the bike its superior ground clearance of over 13 inches. It's built to conquer terrain most adventure bikes wouldn't even attempt. When it comes to braking, Honda keeps it simple but effective. The front features a 256mm disc with a dual piston caliper, while the rear uses a 220mm disc with a single piston setup. Braking feel is firm, with plenty of modulation, giving riders control even on loose surfaces. Honda hasn't added ABS to the XR650L, and that's actually a plus for hardcore off-roaders who prefer total control without electronic interference. Design-wise, the 2026 XR650L continues the classic look we all know and love: a tall stance, rugged frame, and unmistakable red and white Honda graphics. For this model year, Honda has refreshed the livery slightly, giving it a sharper, more modern edge while maintaining its iconic old-school vibe. The new LED headlight improves nighttime visibility, and the digital instrument cluster replaces the old analog setup, providing essential information like speed, trip meter, and fuel warning light in a compact, easy-to-read display. The steel frame remains as tough as ever. It's designed to handle abuse, flexing just enough to absorb impacts without compromising stability. Combined with the long travel suspension, it makes the XR650L incredibly forgiving. even for newer riders venturing off-road for the first time. Comfort is one area where Honda has made subtle but appreciated improvements. The 2026 XR650L features a slightly redesigned seat with better padding and grippier material. The handlebars are now rubber-mounted to reduce vibrations during long rides, and the mirrors have been reshaped to minimize wind resistance. While it's still a fairly minimalist setup and no cruise control, traction control, or ride modes, the riding position remains upright and natural, offering excellent visibility and comfort over long distances. In terms of practicality, the XR650L is about as low maintenance as a motorcycle can get. Oil changes are simple, valve adjustments are easy, and spare parts are widely available. Honda's proven reliability means that this bike can last for decades with basic care, and there are countless examples out there with over 100,000 kilometers still running strong. For 2026, Honda is also offering a small but handy selection of official accessories. You can add a skid plate, luggage rack, handguards, or even a small windscreen for better highway comfort. Many riders, of course, prefer to customize the XR650L with aftermarket parts, say bigger tanks, upgraded suspension, or trail tires to suit their personal riding style. The platform is incredibly versatile, which is one of the reasons it's so beloved in the dual sport community. Now let's talk price. The 2026 Honda XR650L comes in at around used $7,299. Only slightly higher than the previous model year. Considering what you get, a tried and true dual sport capable of tackling almost anything, it's still one of the best value adventure machines on the market. It's not loaded with electronics or luxury features, but that's the point. This bike is about simplicity, freedom, and reliability, the kind of machine that will take you wherever you want to go without complaining. If you're comparing it to competitors, bikes like the Suzuki DR650S and the Kawasaki KLR650 are its closest rivals. The DR650S is lighter but lacks some of the XR's off-road suspension travel. The KLR650, meanwhile, offers more comfort and a larger fuel tank but is heavier and more road-oriented. The XR650L hits a sweet spot between rugged trail performance and everyday usability. Ultimately, the 2026 Honda XR650L is not about keeping up with trends, it's about staying true to the essence of adventure riding. It's for riders who don't need traction control or Bluetooth connectivity to feel connected to the road or the dirt. It's for those who appreciate a motorcycle that rewards skill, simplicity, and resilience. So, is the 2026 XR650L still relevant? Absolutely. It's not flashy, but it's real. It's not about power figures or gadgets, it's about that timeless connection between rider and machine. It's a reminder that sometimes, the best adventures come from the simplest setups. If you're looking for a motorcycle that can handle commuting, weekend trail rides, or long-distance backcountry exploration, one that's proven, durable, and endlessly customizable, the Honda XR650L deserves your attention. It may not be the newest kid on the block, but it's a legend that still knows how to play hard. Thanks for watching Global Wheel Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Honda XR650L, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle reviews, and let us know in the comments, would you choose the XR650L as your adventure bike, or do you prefer something more modern and high-tech? Until next time, ride safe, and keep your wheels turning.